Hello there. Thank you very much for agreeing to do the video testimonial. So in this video, I'm going to go over some things that you will need to do to prepare so that the video will turn out great and that, of course, you'll also be great on camera as well. So this video will be broken down into two sections. One is for the equipment and the filming, and the second part is for how you're going to answer the questions. For filming the video, there are three things we're going to talk about. One is going to be the location, the second is going to be the lighting, and the third is going to be the camera positioning. As far as the location is concerned, you can pick anywhere you like that you are comfortable having the interview. Just be very careful about what is in the background to make sure that there is nothing there that you don't want shown on camera. The second thing I want you to do is to make sure that you are not backlit by a window. That means it's not ideal if your back is facing the window. If the light is coming in, we will not be able to see you. As an example, if I turn off my light here, you'll see that it is very difficult to see me because the light is coming from behind me. Ideally, if you do have a window or something that you can use to light you, that'd be great. But of course, that goes in the second part, which is, of course, the lighting. If you do have, like I said, a window that you can stand or sit in front of, that would be great. Then that way, that light can hit you directly while you're on camera. If you're a little bit fancier and you already have some kind of lighting for your Zoom calls, then please go ahead and use that. But let's say you don't have any of those things available and you're just going to be in your kitchen or your living room. One thing that we will be trying to do is to eliminate any bad looking shadows. So we don't want any light that comes down from above that causes us to have raccoon eyes. So I'll help you with that when we get onto the call, but just try to be careful of that when you're trying to set up your video. The third thing is related to your webcam itself. How do you set that up? The thing we want to avoid is we don't want the camera to be too low or too high. We want to make sure that we look kind of like how I look in this shot here, where the camera is pretty much eye level. Now I know that if you're using your laptop or your computer, it may not be possible to get the proper height. So if you are using a laptop, then try to raise up the laptop by putting some books underneath it or some Amazon boxes or whatever you might have just to raise the level of the camera. As an example, I don't want to see this when you are on camera because this really doesn't look very good. I'd also prefer not to look up your nose as well. So try to make sure that the camera is at eye level. This is from obviously below eye level, which a lot of times when you're using your laptop or your iPad, for example, this might happen. But again, please, I don't want to look up your nose. So ideally, we have you something like this where it is at eye level so that you look your best. The last thing I want you to do is before you come onto the call, make sure your camera lens is clean. So take out one of those little microfiber cloths that you might have lying around and just give it a wipe. Make sure that the camera lens is clean so that you also look your best. The final part of the video equation is the audio, which actually is the most important part of any video is the audio quality. If the audio quality is poor, it really is hard for the person watching the video to pay attention. So what I would suggest is if you have a microphone already for your laptop, for your computer that you've been using, great. Please go ahead and use that. If you have earbuds that are wireless that connect to your computer or to your laptop, please use that as well. If you don't have any of those things and you just have the microphone from your webcam, what I recommend is to sit as close as possible to the webcam so that you are not so far away from the microphone. Microphones work best when they are close to the person speaking, so if possible, sit close. If not, if you have an external microphone, please go ahead and use that. Now on to the part that is going to be probably the most important is, of course, answering the interview questions. You'll have already received the interview questions so that you can prepare beforehand how you're going to answer. And when you're doing the video, what I want you to do is three things. Number one is you're going to restate the question when you're answering. When people are watching the video, they will not hear me asking the question. All they will hear is you answering. So in order for them to understand what the question was, it's best if you could restate the question. So if the question is, what situation were you in before whatever? What you can say is, the situation that I was in before was something like that. So people will know what the question was. Maybe the question will be, why did you do something? Why did you choose to work with this person? Then you'd say, the reason why I chose to work with this person is because Okay? So that's what you'll do. You'll restate the question. If you don't do that, don't worry, I'll guide you along. The second thing is, even though you've prepared your answers, you may have, struggled a little bit when answering. You might not say the answers perfectly. Don't worry, you can answer the questions again. This isn't a one take and we're going to use that. Feel free to answer the questions again. And perhaps when you answer, I might even say to you, hey, you know what? That was really good, but let's try it again. Could you please answer it one more time? Don't worry, it's not because I think that you did a bad job. It's just that I want the answers to be as clear as possible for the person because obviously the testimonial is going to be very important for them. The third thing is that I might ask you to summarize your answer. Oftentimes, people will give a very detailed answer, and we don't really need all of the details. What we want is a summarized version of the answer. So let's say, for example, you give a great detailed answer, but it might be too long for the video. So what I'll ask you is, hey, you know what? That was a great answer, but could you please summarize that into 1 or 2 sentences? Or maybe into 2 or 3 sentences? Whatever it might be, all I'm asking for is a shorter version that still has enough information so the person watching the video can get the most information out of your answer. And that's all you got to do to prepare for the testimonial interview. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, but otherwise I look forward to meeting you.